The Jays had an opportunity today to sweep their first series of the season against the lowly Cincinnati Reds and finally get their offense going. No, it definitely does not happen. Jays lose 3-2 to the Cincinnati Reds and now fall to 22-19 on the year. And I know people are going to go, well, we won the series. At this point, a series win, when you're winning 2-1 and 3-2, honestly doesn't mean much. Look, W's are nice, I get it. But watching this offense just spiral out of control and just be disastrous, it's ugly to watch. And it's not like it's just one guy or two guys slumping. No. Nobody can get a big knock. The team has been really bad offensively. And I'm going to sound like a broken record. You've probably heard it all over social media, and you'll hear it from me again, and you've heard it from me in the past. But we got to keep saying it because it's the same damn story. But let's break down this game, top of the first, with Kikuchi not being able to find the strike zone whatsoever. We've talked about it so much on my videos and whatnot. When this guy throws strikes, his stuff is nasty. Absolutely filthy. So what does he do in the first inning? He walks 3 to load the bases with 1 out. Gets the second out. And then I think it's Aquino, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I can't remember. That was the young guy a couple years back who was just hitting bomb after bomb, and now he's just kind of irrelevant. But not on this day, because he rips an RBI double to left field down the line, and it's a 2-0 lead. Kikuchi ends up getting out of the inning. And then gives up nothing the rest of the way. The problem was his pitch count was so damn high, they had to get him out of there in the 5th. But the Jays offense, bottom of the second inning, Santiago Espinal, of course, getting it going with the double. And then Matt Chapman, right behind him. Chopper to the right side, beats the shift for a base hit. Espinal scores. The Jays are back in, back-to-back, big knocks. A hit with runners in scoring position. You got 1 back. It's 2-1. Okay. We go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. I believe Springer gets hit by a pitch. And then slowly, and I mean slowly, starts moving over around the bases, right? And Bo Bichette ends up at the plate with 1 out and Springer at 3rd. You got to find a way to catch that and tie it. And he hits a chopper up the middle. They have the infield in, but a really nice play from the shortstop ends up getting there at first. Springer does come in to score to tie it. The Jays have scored runs in back-to-back innings. Have they finally figured something out here? No, they haven't. Because after that, you get a bases-loaded 1-out situation with Espinal and Chapman up, the guys who contributed to that bottom of the second inning run. And what do? Nothing! Espinal pops up, and then flipping Matt Chapman strikes out, bases loaded, 1 out. You get nothing out of it. It's a 2-2 game. Top of the 8th inning, Joey Votto hits a moonshot to right field. It goes off the foul pole, because of course it stays fair. And the Jays are down 3-2. And after that, I don't even know if they got a base runner in the 8th and the 9th inning. And they lose 3-2. This offense is like dog water right now. It's terrible. It's really bad. And we'll get to some specific numbers in a bit. Now I want to break down a few things for you guys. First off, the team overall against a guy that I never heard of coming into today's game, as most people have never heard of. He had 4 hits. 4! And 2 of which were in that second inning leading to a run. And what? He struck out 8 times. You had 2 runs on 4 hits. It's just sad. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to go through these numbers for you guys. Ready for this? Going into this series, the Cincinnati Reds averaged about a 6 ERA for a team. Starters, relievers. Bottom line, bad. Real bad. How many runs did the Jays score the entire series? Remember, that ERA is per outing, right? It's 6 ERA. That's not good. The Jays scored 7 runs. 7 runs in 3 games. I mean, my God, if your offense was even half as bad as, half better than this, you would have swept these guys. But you can't hit a beach ball at this point. and you score 7 runs in 3 games. You want to hear a bigger stat? Over the last 6 games, 6, the Jays have scored a total of 17 runs. You want to know an even crazier stat? The next team the Jays play, the St. Louis Cardinals. You know how many runs they scored today? 18! The Jays haven't scored 18 runs combined in 6-7 games. And that's who we play the next 2 in St. Louis. It's really bad. And I always think to myself, well, they need to get away from Rogers Center. Well, no, I thought that when they were coming back to Rogers Center, they need to come back here. I don't know what the heck to do, because it's not like there's one guy who's carrying an offense. You're not seeing Vladdy hit 10 home runs in a month. You're not seeing him do any of that stuff. Nobody's gotten red hot to the point where they can carry a team. You haven't seen that one bit at all in the month of May. Gurriel's been bad. Teoscarsson's coming off the IL has been downright unplayable. At this point. Hate to say it. Love him. Silver Slugger winner. Love it. But since coming back from the IL, he's been basically unplayable. Hasn't done much in the field. Doesn't get on base. Hasn't hit much at all. Bo has been all right. He's gotten better. Vladdy's been downright terrible. And I hate saying that, because his jersey's right there. And we all love him. He was in everybody's mind, other than, Shohei Ohtani's, MVP last year. But I'm sorry. When you're going into a series against the Cincinnati Reds, again, I'll say it, they had a 6 ERA as a team going into this series. Vladdy, your guy, your number 3 hitter, your best hitter, one of the best hitters in all of baseball. Well, so we thought, at least right now. 0 for 11 in the series. Does not get a single hit in the series. And all he does is walk once. Like, what are we supposed to say? He's been bad. Gurriel's been bad. He's now banged up with a hamstring issue. Teo's been bad. Chapman has been bad all season so far. You've seen small signs of getting better, where he's getting basically a hit almost every game, which is nice. But in the clutch, you want to see some knocks, and you didn't see that today. Nobody's firing on all cylinders. For God's sakes, you won a game because of Bradley Zimmer. They dumped Gator on a Bradley Zimmer in game 1 because he basically, I would say, carried the offense, but the man had 2 doubles. When was the last time we could say that about a player? It's been a while. And of course, the last one is Bradley Zimmer. You know your team's bad when you're having stuff like that happen. I'll quickly go through the reliever stats before we quickly preview the matchups for the 2 games in St. Louis. Kikuchi. Yeah, he walked 3 and allowed a hit and those 2 runs in that first inning. But listen to his line. 4 to 3rd, 2 hits, 7 strikeouts, and he walked 3. You take away one of those hits, you take away those 3 walks, and you look at it like, okay, let's take away that inning even, right? 3 1/3 of 1 hit ball. He was phenomenal after that first inning. You can't blame Kikuchi. The man allowed 2 runs. The team overall only allowed 3. You should be able to win a ball game. David Phelps was great. Inning and a third, allowed 1 hit. He was great. Ryan Barucki had a third of an inning, faced 1 guy, got him to strike out. So a great job for him. Trevor Richards went 2/3 of an inning, got a strikeout. Jimmy Garcia cleaned up, I wouldn't say clean up the mess. No, I don't know what happened. That was a lot of changes there. I was obviously working as well. He went an inning, 3 hits, including the bomb from Joey Votto. It was the 1 run he allowed, did strike out a batter, but that was it. Andrew Vasquez got an out. All right. And then Adam Simber went a clean inning in the top half of the 9th inning, got a strikeout, no hits, no walks, no runs. But again, the offense can't get it done. One of the worst teams, actually probably the worst team in baseball in hitting with runners in scoring position. And the offense, if you look at the offensive stats, they are getting uglier by the day. It is really ugly to look at. So the next series for the Jays, because I'll be here again tomorrow night. This video will probably be uploaded the next day. I'm giving you guys a heads up right now. It's Jose Berrios versus Miles Mikolas. I'm gonna go with Mikolas. That sounds great. If it's not his name, it should be. 7:45 first pitch there in St. Louis, and in game 2, you got Kevin Gausman versus a TBD. If that's a call-up, oh God. 7:45 first pitch there. That's the finale of the mini 2-game set there in St. Louis. Look, you have Berrios, who's gotten a lot better. He looks like he's really gaining himself, really getting much, much better as the season's going along here. And Kevin Gausman hasn't been the greatest of his last 2 starts, but he's been solid enough, right? He hasn't been Kevin Gausman of April, but he's been good enough to be your number 2, 3 guy in your rotation. And he goes in game 2. You got 2 of your better starters on the mound, on the road against a team who just scored 18 flipping runs, which the Jays haven't done all year long. Which 18 is a lot of runs, but still. And then you have an off day after that. Can you imagine? Like, if you're a player, and I'm going to wrap it up with this. If you're a player, right, and you know your offense is really scuffling like this, and you hit the road to St. Louis for 2 games, and your offense shows up, and you win both games, and then you have an off day, can you imagine how good that off day is going to feel? Everyone's going to be jacked up, ready to go. I believe they come back. No, they're in LA taking the Angels after that, I think, for a 4-gamer. So it's going to be a long one. But if this team can find some mojo in St. Louis, the positivity vibes will rise. They really will. But they got to find a way. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the rage today, because it was much needed at this point. Smash the like button, appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already, comment down below thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? The Twitter link is down below, so follow up, send me a DM to that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, Jays Edition, as we talked about, tomorrow night, 7:45, first pitch there in St. Louis. Berrios, Mikolas is the pitching matchup in game 1 of the 2-game series in St. Louis taking on the Cardinals. It's going to be a tough one, but hey, I mean, what the hell is going to happen? I have no idea. That's why we're going to watch, all right? So thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and definitely not the game today. We'll talk to you guys then.